Hi, it's Panda Movies here. Today, I'm going to explain episode 8 of the drama and the survival Korean TV show named Squid Game. Warning, there are spoilers ahead. Enjoy the video. The penultimate episode of Squid Game focuses on the impending conclusion of the different storylines of the surviving characters. In the episode prior, Jun-ho's investigation finally comes to fruition. An investigation about his brother's disappearance has opened a whole new mystery for him to solve. The games, on the other hand, did not only manage to brutally deal with the notoriously hated players, but also gave a merciless end to the ones that joined in the hopes of having a second chance, which ironically, 455 of them would not have. The episode opens with the last scene of episode 7. The remaining players from Game 5, Gi-hun, Sang-woo, and Se-byok, are escorted back to the players' hall. Gi-hun confronts Sang-woo about pushing a man to his death in the previous game. Their argument escalates and becomes personal, tracing back to their childhood. Due to the differences in their personalities, morals, and what the games meant for them, they both failed to understand the reasons behind the other's actions, successfully making enemies out of the two childhood friends. Luckily, or luckily for them, neither understands the other's way of playing the game. While the men were arguing, Se-byok was enduring a nasty wound that she got from the exploding glass panels at the end of Game 5. She staggers off to the bathroom to treat her injuries. The argument of Gi-hun and Sang-woo is interrupted by the guards that come bearing gifts. The trio were given dress clothes to wear to the celebration of making it to the final game. After changing, they were then led to a dimly lit dining hall with nothing but a gigantic triangular table. The trio was served with steak and wine, and ate in silence while stealthily swiping steak knives from the table. Still in complete silence with Gi-hun and Sang-woo closely watching each other in distrust, the meal ends, and they are led back to the dorm to rest and prepare for the final game. On the other hand, Jung-ho has now escaped the island and continues to run for his life on another island. The front man and the guards follow closely behind, having tracked his oxygen tank. While Jung-ho is on the run, he desperately tries to send the evidence he has gathered to the police, but unfortunately the signal was not on his side. Since the front man and his staff know the island more than Jung-ho does, they quickly catch up to him and corner him to the edge of the cliff. Jung-ho demands answers, but only gets a devastating bombshell to his investigation. The front man finally takes off his mask and is revealed to be Jung-ho's missing brother, In-ho, who previously won the game in 2015. Jung-ho, as expected, gets emotional finally seeing his brother and ultimately lets his guard down. This gives In-ho the opportunity to shoot his younger brother. Jung-ho stumbles backwards and topples off the cliff, vanishing beneath the rolling waves below. Looking back, it was almost guaranteed that most, if not all, of the main characters would meet their end, but how it all organically played out is a huge kudos to the creative team. Back to the players' hall, the three finalists are seen about to doze off. Gi-hun joins Se-byok in another side of the room opposite the already sleeping Sang-woo, and the pair begin to talk about what's going to happen next. They make a deal that if one of them survives and wins the prize money, they owe it to the other to help take care of their loved ones. The pair realize that the once leader of their alliance is already too far gone, so Gi-hun plans to stab him with a knife he obtained during dinner, but Se-byok reminds him that he is not a murderer. This becomes Se-byok's last act of kindness as she falls unconscious, weakened by the belly wound she sustained from the exploding glass. Panicked, Gi-hun rushes to the door and starts pleading to the staff to help Se-byok. He desperately bangs on the door and finally, after a few stressful minutes of no response, the doors swing open, but only to reveal the guards carrying the all too familiar black and pink coffin. Gi-hun realizes what had happened and rushed towards Se-byok, only to find Sang-woo, who had awakened, with a bloodied knife in his hands, after slitting Se-byok's throat while he was off getting help. Gi-hun, in rage, attacks Sang-woo. The episode ends as Se-byok's body is carried away.